Sorry, I'm gonna break the fourth wall actually because I can't hold it together at all. I came in here. I was in a bad mood because I left my house, and the second I leave my house, I'm usually angry because something happens and I'm disappointed with the outer world. I came in here, started complaining. Then we had a conversation about how it's uncomfortable how we sit here. And then we decided to be fully professional. Like we're Hollywood actors. Like this is a live show.
We're taking this very seriously.
And we just started talking.
Yeah, we're taking this very seriously. And I'm here for it. Anyway, I just wanted to circle back to Eurovision because we talked about it last.
You do.
Just very quickly, I must say the Bulgarian song that won is drilling my brain because the song is like so catchy that I just am going around and just constantly like cannot even spell it because I'm not sure that's not even a Bulgarian word, and I like not that I speak Bulgarian, but it's just like constantly in my head and I cannot stop thinking about it. So I think this is what like is very viral and how it's built. So just
so do you think it's good that they won?
I think it was eye-catching in that sense. I'm not sure because we already discussed it and we didn't think that it's about talent. It's more like how you present yourself, like how how much of a show you put on and stuff like that. So if we were to talk about show and choreography and stuff like that, it was definitely eye-catching for me. So I think it's fine. Anyway,
any artist, the voice is not really did. You know what it was actually
but
about
that song
artists?
is really like, I feel like next up I'm going to add it to my workout list because I do have a workout list. I don't work out, but I listen to it in my car.
No, that's fine.
That's like a mood maker, but like that is also good to have that list because it means that at some point you
ready
feel like
mentally.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah,
I just don't have to.
If I had time or like whatever.
I was skipping through songs actually, and I saw a Maroon 5 song, which is probably an old one, Sunday Morning.
Oh,
which is probably the only, and that's an okay song.
That's an okay song,
tell me.
No, but I got it. They did this pretty one. She Will Be Loved. It was really pretty, and the playing in that video was Kelly Preston, I believe is her name, which is the late wife of John Travolta, and she was really pretty. I really liked her, and when she died of cancer, I was quite shocked. Like it was quite quick.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I thought in the what?
Yeah.
Wait. I got it totally wrong. I thought it was Jennifer Love Hewitt that was in that music video.
No, she was in John Mayer's. I think there was a John Mayer. And
John Mayer also. Talk about dating life.
There are some of these guys are crazy, but they're like, I could say like that they're never giving up. Wait. No, She Will Be Loved.
Preston was not there. I don't know at all, actually.
The actress in Maroon 5's 2004 music video for the She Will Be Loved is Kelly Preston.
Really?
Yes. And then Jennifer Love Hewitt, I think, was in John Mayer, but I don't know. I might confuse it because she was also with him at some point.
Well, who wasn't?
I don't know. I haven't been. And I was like, when I was younger, I thought he was kind of like hot.
Really?
I like his voice, yeah.
Now, that's what I wanted to say about Maroon 5. Can you just the crowds that really thought that Adam Levine was hot? Tell me.
Jennifer Love Hewitt and John Mayer, first of all, they dated, but then they never starred in an official music video together, though Hewitt famously inspired the rumors surrounding Mayer's 2001 hit, Your Body is a Wonderland. I just wanted to put it out there.
How? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean...
I don't know. Something in my head...
It must have clicked somewhere, not in the right place.
Just ignore that altogether.
Yeah.
How many girls thought that Adam Levine was really hot? And first of all, I could never... Too many tattoos, first of all. I hate that.
That's not even the problem. I think he was too slim for me. Like, I like a dad body.
Sorry, I'm going to say that. No charisma. And I would never, I don't think I have ever had a celebrity crush on a singer-songwriter.
No, I would
Never.
I think the closest to a musician where I would have a crush or could have a crush is a drummer.
A drummer. Oh, no, I thought for a second the drummer in Florence and the Machine was kind of cute, but it was like 20 years ago.
Weren't all the girls in love with Kings of Leon and all the boys there?
Yeah. Well, Kings of Leon, I really liked one or two of their albums.
Yeah.
That were kind of cute, and
But this was also like 2015 or
something,
like
maybe
12,
even 13. I don't remember.
Whatever.
But I really liked
But
it.
I don't think I have any thoughts about Adam Levine other than I heard that like he's married to a model.
A model.
And he cheated. And I
he
mean,
cheated,
like,
yeah.
what do you mean?
That was a whole thing.
Like, Mr.
I
Sir.
remember he was in a movie together with Keira Knightley and James Corden. That was strange.
That was also a music movie.
And Mark Ruffalo. But I remember there was a movie
there was
like
a
that.
movie. Yeah,
I liked one song that she actually was singing and not him, and just Adam Levine.
I love Keira Knightley as well.
Yeah, we've had this one. I don't see what the hype is with guys who are like hot because they play an instrument. First of all, I don't get it. Like, second of all, I wouldn't want a boyfriend, or maybe it's not about wanting him to be your boyfriend. Probably it's just like, I don't know, he looks cute. Like, what's the whole vibe about wanting to?
I don't know. I really love any song
understand?
that has really great drums. That is my, like, if there are good drums or like a very good guitar, which is probably like, it's called something else because, bass, whatever. And then I'm sort of hooked. And if that guy also looks kind of good, then of course I'm like done, and dead. But circling back to when I was said I'm like a medium reporter, you know what I am? I could be like a social. Wait, what is it called? There is this. I know in some countries, especially where there's royalty, like royal family. There's this person that will go on the media and talk about, and it's like a royal expert or like a social royal expert. I mean, I feel I could like literally nail that. Like, we have lived in countries where there's royal families, and we have lived in countries where there's no royal families.
Yeah.
And I don't get the whole royal families being so hot. But I could probably now, I know so many of their names and the families and who reigns where. I'm like, that's crazy. I think I know too much about that.
I think you do, and I do.
And there are a lot of newspapers, you know? Like, in some countries, there will be a whole news for, like, royal something. And
like,
we're just talking about royal family. Exactly. Yes. I love these.
It's so interesting, but
whenever I'm on an airport or something, I like look through them, like who's hot now, like who wore what and who said what and was not okay and whatever.
I wouldn't know. The problem with royal families is that there's a lot of cousins, and I do not subscribe to the idea of cousins altogether. I only know a family for me is mom, dad, sibling,
if it
maybe
has
a
to
dog.
Be, if it has to be.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I don't know the uncles and like I don't know what's happening.
I don't understand it either. I don't know like how it works, but it is sort of interesting that there's like a whole branch of marketing, media, whatever that only deals with this, and there will be people that are interested in it, and like when there was the wedding of like Kate and William, or like what is her name? Meghan and Harry, that there's like a full setup of people sitting in the BBC studio talking about when Harry was dating whom and which family that was from and how what that meant and how far they've come and all of this.
And that the bracelet she wore was actually from his mother's sister.
I think this is sort of crazy. I think, you know, it's a bit cringe, but on the other hand, it's like,
no, it's a whole universe.
I'm hooked because it's like completely different, and I've never.
And they're very preppy. They're very type A.
Yeah, and I love how they sit in all these. What is it called in English? Even is that called a fascinator? What are these like? Know. Because I've heard about
like a hat,
like a hat with something. Let me check
you need to Google that because I don't know.
I'm
kind of into it. Like, I would like for me to have an event that I could wear that too.
Worn by women during like formal events. Fascinator.
I love
it's actually pretty cool, the name, right?
I love it. Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to fascinate the people around, so it's a fascinator. Like, great.
I really like
love
it.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really would like to wear one. Like, not to be the only awkward person in the room wearing one, but to be
they're so pretty, and you have
by...
all the colors and all the options.
Yeah.
I think actually looking at like royalty dressing, it's also quite interesting. I'm pretty sure now it's changed towards what it was, like in comparison to what it was in the past, like very uptight, and now they're like bringing in more color. But I just think it's fascinating because it's so far from what we do daily. And are they so uptight and private as well? Do they like never let their guard down? It's interesting.
It's interesting. I feel like because there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and there's been so many documentaries specifically about the royal family in the UK that you feel like you know, but like, are they maybe trying to create this whole narrative about how they live and really they're just totally chill maybe? But I feel like each time William and Kate with their kids, when they post a photo, which is highly, highly, highly prepared. The photo alone,
like, every hair was like
everything.
prepared,
And people are criticizing them for being too modern and how they do that.
That's
like
what I'm saying. I think they're more modern now. They're bringing in more color, and they're bringing in more trousers for women and all these.
Yeah, like Kate should wear jeans. I don't know if she wore jeans, but
probably shouldn't ever.
So it's crazy actually. But I kind of want to, dig deeper.
Again,
but then I feel like
my biggest dream to be like a hidden person in someone else's house. And I have such a long list of people I'd like to see. Not because I want to hate on them. I'm just like curious because my imagination doesn't go too far. Like usually I think like people do everything I do, and I think that actually is not true. Like people have different agendas and people have different like ways of doing stuff, and I am here for it. That would be my favorite show. There was like a show like today we're gonna look into like the life of, but it's a show only available for me because it's like it's highly confidential. I'll be like I'm sitting down now and like.
But there's a lot of shows like there was I don't know if it still exists, but there would be shows and like people cooking and inviting people to their houses as a just general let's eat together, and then they're gonna rate the food. That was a thing in many countries. Also, there would be shows with like, hey, we're gonna actually redo your house so you see how they lived before the makeover and everything. So you do
but I could
get
see
access to that.
myself like taking part. Of course, like I hate cooking, but I could see myself immediately. Like I would invite all the celebrities I like, which I would need to think like who I really like. But let's not go into that. But let's say you can choose like 4 people you do this with, or like 3, and then you meet and you travel to each other's houses, and one of them cooks, and then you rate it. That would be so cool. It wouldn't be so cool with regular people though. I feel like.
Yeah, but I think it was a thing with celebrities as well. I'm not sure.
Could be.
I don't remember exactly, but I know for a fact that there are shows or were shows on TV that would allow you to look into people's lives.
Yeah, but come on. This is fake.
I know.
This is fake. For me, it would be like highly confidential and not scripted and really raw as it is.
I know, but then maybe you should just watch a lot of YouTube streams.
That is my dream.
Or like Twitch.
But I'm not on there. Like I learned there was this I think there was this pandemic stream that Adele did because she was bored at home, and everyone was talking about it, and I learned about it like 2 years later that she did this whole stream.
No, I watched one on YouTube.
Crazy, I didn't. Yeah, but I mean in real life. They were watching it on Instagram. They just go live, like you follow Adele and you go.
Well, then shame on you. Obviously, you're not that big of a fan if you were not following Adele.
I don't follow people so much, but it's pretty crazy. And then I learned this, of course, like 10 years later.
I think because she was talking about it in interviews later on. And she was like, I've only done that once because I started clicking nonsense or talking things that I should not have said. And then I was told not to ever do it again by my team. So I think the only one that I watched, and it's available on YouTube, is the one. Okay. I think you can still watch.
Why are these PR teams so boring? Like, she didn't say anything bad. They're like, come on.
No, she probably just dropped a couple of F-bombs.
Yeah, it was just like, people were just asking, like, what is the new album about? And she was like, divorce, babe. It's divorce. And that's it. Like,
you can't cancel Adele anyway.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like nonsense.
And I
don't know, but you can
I
watch it.
like people that are popular, like celebrities or whatever, that are a bit unhinged. That's why I like Adele, because
not
it's
crazy.
like no, not
in
crazy, but
terms of-
unhinged in terms of like someone told them something and they forgot. Like, please stick to this and that, and they were like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
Like the
I think
natural
this is
ones.
the whole vibe about why people liked Jennifer Lawrence, because she seemed to be a very crazy type of girl. I'm going to tell you everything because let's pretend we've been friends forever, but I've just gotten to know you.
Yeah. I liked her back then.
Yeah. I think so, but I don't know if that's a
Same
thing.
for
And
like
that also
Emma
could be a
Stone.
shtick,
I
you know
think.
that.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
You never know.
Shtick is a horrific word. I hate it.
Really?
Yeah, I really hate it. But wait, Emma Stone and then Adele. I think it's like the three people that have done these things. Probably there's more, but I really like the fact when someone is just like, oh, let's.
I mean, the OG, really unhinged people, which also it was scripted, but kind of like this is where it all started.
Who?
Was Paris and Nicole. What was
Simply
it called?
Life?
Simply
Simple
Life.
Life?
Simple Life.
Simple Life, Simply Life.
I mean, we all watched it. It was crazy to begin with. There was no really other
I don't remember
formats.
it well, I must say. I don't. I don't think I watched it to that extent as you probably, because you said this to me at some point as well, and I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I know what it is. I know what, like, but I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's
But it was
crazy
the
to
same
see.
around the same time when we watched The Hills and Laguna Beach and all these weird things and Pimp My
Which-
Ride.
Do you? Pimp My Ride was huge.
Pimp My Ride was great. And that, like, Cribs. Oh, Cribs.
MTV Cribs was cool.
Yeah.
Wait, do you remember that there was a show about, well, Cribs was kind of like 73 Questions with Vogue in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I
But
think cooler
without
because
the
less
swag,
swag. Exactly.
obviously. But there was a show
Yeah.
where you were looking for your Justin Timberlake, for example. Do you remember that? And there would be like booths or something where you would have like 6 guys that would compete against each other. But was it to be your boyfriend after all? Or I don't understand.
Wait, I'm shocked. I feel like it rings a bell. I need to Google it later, but there
And it was with
something
everyone,
like, it was
like,
crazy.
And here she's gonna be your Beyonce, and then they are all learn to dance crazy in love, and they
What
all
was
are wearing
that?
those jean shorts.
Was it like a lookalike show? But another one also that I found really cool was apart from Sweet 16, whatever, my Sweet 16, was of course Teen Moms, but also one of the best ones was when the mom was dating a guy.
Date My Mom?
Date My Mom. That
Oh
was
my
so
God.
cool. That was,
Date My Mom
they
was
don't make it
also
like this
unhinged.
anymore. Like, that was so great.
Yeah.
I loved
That was
it.
great, and you never heard again about these people. And nowadays, it's like people going on those shows, and next thing you know, they're like a C celebrity kind of because
No, but back then it
they want
wasn't
to
like
be
this.
famous.
no,
Yeah,
because
no.
there was no.
You would not be given that platform.
It's crazy.
But yeah, that was actually amazing. Yeah, we pretty much grew up watching
Game
MTV.
of Clones, it was called.
Game of Clones?
Yeah,
No.
and it was a reality dating show where singles date multiple people who look exactly like their celebrity crush. Originally premiering on E4 in the UK and MTV in the US, the series features contestants designing their ideal partner on a computer. What?
No, that's not
Including
this
a specific celebrity look. I don't know. It feels like
one.
there's
that's
something
not the
else
one.
still.
That's not the one for sure. I know it was like find my ...
My own? There was also something like that.
My what?
That's it, I think. My own is an American.
like my own Beyonce,
Justin,
my
yeah.
own Pink.
I think that is more like it. My Own is an American dating reality television series that aired on MTV 2006. Sounds plausible in terms of like where we were mentally back then. The show features a person obsessed with a celebrity and a group of 6 contestants competing to win a date with the obsessed person. Could it be
First of
this?
all, stalker. Second of all,
Obsessed person. With the obsessed person. I like that description. It's like hot.
but that, can you imagine
like
something
that's
like that on
it.
TV today?
No, it's crazy.
And they would would they hook up? Like
I don't know, but wasn't
after?
MTV like our main TV?
And we grew
like,
up on like MTV.
We were
was
just
on
watching it all the time. And also, there's a movie when I was little, and we were little. I was basically just the first one there because I'm older. But there was a movie, and MTV is featured in that movie all the time because it was in the background
MTV
when we were growing
and
up.
VH1. Those two.
VH1.
VH1
And there
also
was Viva,
kinda
of
cool.
course, like Viva or whatever that is pronounced like.
Yeah,
Viva?
well, that's much later.
Yeah, but MTV was just like on like there's and I think one of the songs that is for sure in this movie that I remember in this
Yeah.
like documentary almost.
kind-
when we
it's-
get when we
you know what
get
it is?
big
A
after,
mockumentary.
yeah, if we get big after this podcast, like in 5 years, this will be released as a documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, but we do not want to get this big.
No, we don't want to
have
get famous. We
a
just
Netflix
want
special.
like other people to click with us. Anyway, let's not get distracted. I just got distracted by my imaginary fame. But what I want to say, a song I remember was, I don't remember who sang it, but it was "Come Into My Life." I cannot. Yeah, come into my life. I've got so much more to show you. Blah blah blah. I don't remember his song. But
Come into my life, boy. I adore
you. Exactly. And it was like me dancing, being like 1.5 years old, and like that was my vibe.
That was incredible. Your fashion choice was incredible.
I had like, what are
insane.
these trousers called? It's like gardening trousers.
Aladdin type of.
No, wasn't it gardening? Like, what is it even called?
You didn't have those.
I did.
Like the pregnant woman ones.
What?
Yeah, it's for pregnant ladies. Too.
Wait.
a minute.
It's called. I call it gardening because there's always a lot of gardeners on TV
Fully
shows
plausible,
and movies,
of course,
wearing these. But it's actually like overalls. But it's also called
it's
like
overalls.
Google Translate is giving me dungarees. Okay, whatever.
No,
I'm not sure that's it. But whatever. That's what I mean. The two that you like on your shoulders that you put them up, and
You
then
would
when you have
clip
to
them.
pee, you have to undress completely.
Yeah, just but obviously.
Or you have to have a hole inside. But anyways, these were the days,
And this was the time to be alive.
so yeah, exactly. So we grew up with MTV. I think they discontinued it now. That's why we're so miserable.
Yeah,
It's no longer.
But it
wasn't no longer what it was
no
before.
longer what
but
it was. But also on VH1, there would be all those like really good rankings, and you would have a full set on Saturday with like just hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
And you would get Michael, and then you would get Whitney, and then you would get Seal, and then you would get Sade. And it was just like you loved all of those songs.
you were like, oh my god, when does this end? I don't want this to end ever.
Ever. And you would record it on a
Yeah.
tape. You would record it, and you would listen to it then.
On
and-
tape.
Can you imagine?
Anyway, but MTV raised us for sure, and that sounds super bad, of course, because if you look at the series like Sweet 16, Teen Mom, and all these things, like it didn't.
Yeah, but
we
thanks
didn't
to
like
that we speak English, okay? So I kind of
I feel like
Thank you.
that helped majorly.
yeah.
Although we've also lived in some countries where there was a lot of dubbing, so in that
In
sense,
many countries there is.
there is still,
But-
right? And
yeah.
so for me, some voices, because when there's a period of time that you live in a certain country and you listen to some stuff or
Yes.
watch some stuff with dubbing, then you're like, in like 20 years later, you hear the real voice of that person and you're like, excuse me, sir? Like,
And then
that's not real.
That makes no sense. Like, how can Kate Winslet have the same voice as Demi Moore would
Someone
have
else.
in another?
But
like,
I heard.
Sorry.
I think I read an article. Was it about German TV or something? That usually they try to stick with one voice for one actor. So like if there was like a period where would say Kate Winslet would be popular, should have the same voice in every movie in German.
No, I think it was
which
a
is
thing.
pretty
But
crazy.
then, depending on probably the
So
availability.
like,
it
but
would
can
be
you
like-
imagine like if Kate Winslet is so in for 10 years and then she doesn't do any movies anymore, which was more or less the case.
Yeah.
And that people, this person doesn't get another role, or is it like they will now become
No,
the
I
voice
think
of
this
like
is, I think this is when she would probably get a role in like private practice and be the, I don't know what their names
the
were.
voice
but-
of like Meredith Grey from like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Or is it,
By the way, there was a
think that's-
movie on yesterday somewhere on the TV. I don't know which movie, and there was an actress, and I was like, I know that face. Where do I know that face from? I was concentrating so hard, but I gave in and I Googled, and it turns out she played Meredith Grey's mother in Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, I knew that face.
Oh, her mother who actually, no, that was not her. Her mother was
like
a
a
different one.
redhead.
And then I thought of, and she had many roles that I can't think of right now.
But it's
I
pretty
know her
crazy, right?
face.
You see someone and you're like,
I
where
totally know her
did
face.
I see that person?
Then she had a stepmother actually who died because she had a hiccup actually which
Sorry,
in some way, and then
that
she had a
just
hiccup,
sounds-
and then she probably had a stroke, and then she had, other things happened. But
do you know that this
general
series
plot.
is still on?
Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
Probably,
Not
yeah.
on like season. They are repeating the seasons. It's like
No, I
season
understand.
500.
37, I want to say. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I didn't think that it would. I knew. I probably watched like 8 or something.
I think it should be illegal. Like, you can't have one show go
Because
for this
then
long.
it just goes. It just goes the right. It doesn't go the right direction. I'm not
Characters
Google
and
it.
everything, but once the main characters are all dead, which essentially happens after like season 7.
That's what I'm saying. I think at some
But
point the
you know what
guy
it
died,
is?
right? The main character, like Derek. And after that, like, it doesn't make sense.
Meg Dreammate was it, and then Meg Steamy also.
Oh, Meg Steamy
unfortunately,
also dead.
rest
But
in
he's
peace.
dead in real life.
Yeah,
That's
that was
even
sad.
worse. 22 seasons, and each of them has like 18 episodes. It's crazy.
Okay, but hear me out now. Elevator pitch.
And it
How-
has been confirmed for season 23. That even sounds so sweet. Season
It's
23.
been renewed.
For season 23, and it's going to begin airing in the fall of 2026.
But 23 is not. I thought it's going to be more seasons.
Yeah, I also thought
It
that's
feels like
what
they
I
had a
said,
break.
500.
But so hear me out. It's not that different to have following a football team in a way, because you are a fan of a team.
Yeah.
There's a certain history.
Oh yeah,
to
you're
it,
right. And the players
and
change.
then and then they completely changed
But
the
it's
entire
not.
staff.
Do you remember we had one team as kids?
It's not the same for me, so I no longer follow
Exactly. That's what I said.
anything.
We had a national team that we sort of grew up with
Yeah.
in a certain period. And it was a pretty big, well-known one.
Yeah.
And we were in love with that specific setup, with that specific
Yeah,
team.
but you felt a very
Yeah.
you had an attachment
Almost
that
like
was
a deep connection.
beyond
Because you
Yeah.
were also watching like the
The
national
re-
tournaments where these people were also like they were kicking there. I don't know how to say it, but they were kickers. I don't know. I love football, but I have no idea about the rules.
I also don't know the terminology.
But and then like 4 years later, because some of the guys were already old for football. I mean, like close to 40 or something.
36 or
Yeah,
7.
exactly. They just switched, and you're like, I'm sorry, but that's no longer my
Yeah, I don't
team.
get like if I have no crush, like I'm not gonna watch.
Seriously. And now it's gonna be the World Cup. I love watching a World Cup and a Euro Cup, so probably I will watch it. And I love some specific national teams. I'm not gonna say here because I don't want to be like political or anything.
Yeah.
But I do have some favorites. I've always had like similar favorites to what I think now. So it's like I'm not even sure they're still good, but it's just my vibe. Anyway, so I'm gonna watch it, but I obviously don't know probably most of the players because I just stopped at some point like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And like now it could be anyone. And probably the guys that were like sort of young then already left or like already like last season this year.
I think
So it will be pretty crazy, but yeah, I still like it. I like watching it and like getting ready for like now there's gonna be a match at like 8
I
p.m.
would like the doing it because you get to drink a beer or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it at 3 a.m.
No, but I think like
Some games are at 9 p.m.
No, but wait,
European time.
Exactly. That's why I said 9 is fine.
9 is okay.
9 is
but
fine.
Still, also better than sometimes when it happens in Europe, and then actually you could have a game at like 2 p.m., which also is strange because this is where normal
No
people
one,
work.
no one has time, and this
Hello?
is not a hot time.
No.
Exactly. So I think I'm gonna watch it somehow, somewhere.
But also, now that I think of it, it's not just about the players. It also is about the trainer. It also is about the journalists that actually report to you about that, and the people who again go into the studio and talk
it's about
it.
nostalgia. Let's
It's
just
about
say it.
nostalgia,
It's
yeah.
about nostalgia. Just we're never like big fans of football, and that's we're just a fan of a specific period and attached specific names. I think so. Yeah. But like, well, hey, we're not football.
I don't even have an
fans
opinion
as such.
necessarily. It's just
But
like,
I know a
oh,
lot of guys and women as well that are like a fan of a certain club or whatever it's called.
I used to be that, but then I don't know, got
Did you have a
attached.
favorite club? Interesting.
Yeah. I really liked one because I liked the trainer, but then he switched, which was really hard for everyone involved. But anyway.
I do, remember, I do know, and he's still active. So, I mean, you can still, but it's completely different, right?
He does other stuff now. He doesn't do football anymore.
He doesn't?
He doesn't, no.
Okay.
But anyway,
this is how much I know.
Granted. And reason why? Because he's like 120 by now.
But I think it's about nostalgia, and that's why I like watching the World Cup, Euro Cup, because it gives me a vibe like, oh, it's 2000, I don't know, like 13, 15, and we're just like sitting here together and watching all the people that we knew since we were kids.
Yeah, but because it's not the same, I'm like, oh.
But we also lived
more hyped up. Than
but we also lived
now.
in some countries where football was quite big, right? Because countries are just different. In some countries, it's
That's
like
true.
volleyball that is better, or something is better.
Yeah.
But some countries football is huge, right?
Like here you have tennis, and there you have volleyball, and there you have basketball.
Exactly.
Which I think it's kind of a shame that we didn't grow up with a basketball culture.
Yeah.
Because in Europe, I mean, you do have basketball, but still, I mean,
it's not that big of a sport, at least.
Same.
Yeah.
Like
and our parents
in the US,
used to play, so why didn't we I could play it by height.
But I also, you could probably, but like also, we wouldn't watch the US one because I'm asleep by now.
No, but if I were to go to the States and actually watch 2 games of a chosen anything, and I'm not talking about teams because I wouldn't know what teams are like, what is now in, and if Chicago Bulls, whatever. I also know some, but I wouldn't know like whatever. But 2 things I would like to see is a real American football match. Like a real game. Yeah. That's not even called a match, I think, in American. And then NBA, of course.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's different, and we don't really have that dimension in Europe, I feel like. Obviously not of American football anyway, but NBA as well, right? Like, it's just very big there.
Yeah.
So these I would actually actively buy tickets for because it would be like an experience.
For a lot of things, I think. Maybe like it's not as entertaining when you don't play yourself, when you're there to watch golf. Probably because it's like, it takes ages, and it's like I don't even know the rules, and it's just all about the outfits.
Like, no shade to the golf girlies, and I'm not sure, but that I just yawned listening to it. That's just I mean, it's probably golf is like more for the guys that are doing business, and they're like shooting a shot or whatever it's called, and then also like, oh, let's close this deal. This is how I feel. This is like a situation. I cannot imagine golf is different than that.
I think that's exactly what golf is about.
Thank you.
Like it was literally invented for that.
I feel that is, and that's a boys thing. They will go and they will have some time together and discuss
and
boring
like
stuff.
Smoke cigars after. Or whatever.
Oh God, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But it's also about the posh being part of a club.
Yeah, golf is pretty posh. Along with tennis, I think are the most like.
And like polo.
Oh, polo. I mean, polo. Okay, I didn't think about.
But there are so many like darts. Like how is darts a professional thing? Like, you know what I mean?
I can make myself a bit unpopular, but like darts or like snooker or whatever. This
I think it's fun when you want to do it with your friends and you're grabbing a beer or like 8.
I actually learned the rules of snooker. I'm like going towards 40, and I learned the rules of snooker last year. And I was totally hooked. Like, never played after that, but I love it. I love it. I could, like, do it, I feel like. But I was not great. But I was just excited as a kid. Like, the vibe you get, like, oh, this is new. I didn't know this. This is so cool. Like, when you're 5. Oh, I can walk now. Great.
If it were, like, 2010, you would add it to your hobbies on Facebook.
On my CV. On my CV, like, what are your hobbies? Like, snooker.
No, you should play more, actually. It's very accessible.
Yeah, I know, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we have any movie recommendations?
There is a movie recommendation. I actually wanted to also just humble brag. I have been so active. I've done all the annoying at-home tasks, like brushing my teeth, cleaning my brushes, actually. For makeup.
Wow.
I only have 2, so it doesn't...
you don't really do makeup.
I don't do makeup, but it was there in like my little pouchy, and I thought, okay, maybe
but what
that's
did you do? Like,
idea.
did you use like actual soap and do the proper way?
No, I take a jar. I put really warm water in it, and then I put those brushes in and mix it up with a little shampoo.
Wow.
I once read that
Profesh.
shampoos are really good for doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't have to, but I kind of felt like it. And then I organized my CDs, which always is kind of a thing because I have a lot
And
of
we
them.
are
And
in 1995 again.
no, I actually, the movie I'm going to recommend, I was listening to the soundtrack that I have a CD of
Yeah.
today, and I was really happy that I knew where to look for it.
Yeah. And
So that's fun.
what do you want to recommend? I'm interested.
What I want to recommend is a movie that I'm not quite sure you watched, but I think you have. The Beginners movie. It was kind of retro, this movie.
Yeah, I watched it, but I don't remember anything.
I like the music. I like how it's about ordinary lives,
Yeah.
but with that little pinch of magic that I like. So I can really recommend it. It's a very good movie for spring. And I don't know if it's available anywhere, but yeah, shout out to this movie definitely. One good thing about the movie is that there is a cute dog and there are subtitles for what we think the dog is saying.
Oh,
That's so cute.
Okay, that's like a terrier, like a Jack Russell. I
Yeah.
love them. Yeah, they actually like seeing a Jack Russell in town. And once inspired me to get a dog, and my dog is not the type of dog that I saw in terms of like character. But also that wasn't like
What does this information teach us? Like, what's the message?
Don't assume things.
Oh, okay.
Never assume things. No, I love my dog, but but the Jack Russell I met was not a typical terrier. You know what I mean? He was very calm and probably old and stuff like that. And the terrier I got is crazy. Bullocks. It's bullocks.
It's not. He's not as active as you make it up.
Yeah, I know. But
He's okay. He's
yeah,
okay.
but he's loud in that sense.
Yeah, but he's young. Also
a baby, just a baby.
Do you like dog and everything? I always say it because there's a squirrel in front of my house. I always say she, but it's it. The squirrel is an it.
Wait,
it doesn't
squirrels don't have like a male
No,
and
they
female?
do have
they
a gender,
have.
but like how would I know? So I should not assume that it's a girl. But
Well,
for me,
ask
it's like
next time.
she's like a Giselle or like
Giselle, that
she has
sounds
a
very
very-
good for a squirrel.
that a G type of name. That's what she has for sure. Also, it could be like
Genevieve or something.
she could be a Georgia as well. I can
Oh my
see it for
God.
her.
How do you see a G? But it actually makes sense.
It makes total sense.
I just had these dates that they are sour with like apple and whatever. There are many of them. I think they were Swedish or Danish. I don't know. And they are so good. I just had them and I'm only thinking about them. And they
That's like
also are sour. So
Favorite snack.
you're like everything's coming together in your
Yeah,
mouth.
I really like sour things.
Yeah, exactly. So I can really recommend that. And it's not really, I'm against dates. I don't like dates. I've never liked them. That should be also the episode's title. I'm against dates. But that sounds so weird. But yeah. But you are against dating. So that would make sense to have a discussion.
Anyway, I'm leaving you with that recommendation. I think you should really watch it because maybe it would sprinkle a little cute in your
should
life.
rewatch
a
it,
little
you mean?
adorable.
You're talking
Yeah,
to our
rewatch it.
listeners or talking to me now?
Both,
Thank
but
you.
more to you. More
Okay, I can, yeah. Thank you.